And welcome back to everyone to the Urban Legend live stream. Yeah, let's say I've had a stroke, like you all know, and stuff like that. We'll get into that a bit more later. It's great to see you all back. If you start speaking a bit too fast, I might have to slow down a bit. Right, hello. Yeah, someone's telling me about my mic. I've already seen it in the comments. But yeah, like I was saying, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to tonight's live stream, Urban Legends live stream. Sometimes I have trouble speaking, getting my words out like I did at the beginning. But if we try and keep it slow and steady, hopefully we'll get through this live stream. Also, I've got a pain in the ass, eh, pain in the neck, should I say? Yeah, really bad one. It's doing me necking. Yeah, sorry about that language, but it slips out. Yeah, never mind. All fun and games, like you say. We've got our first guest in, but yeah, I'll just want to say thank you all and everyone. And do you like my new background? I think it'll be better this way, you see. So that's pretty cool, I think. That video, I've just put a little trailer out for it. I'm still working on the main video of that and stuff. I think there's two videos of it, or maybe one, not too sure yet. Also, I'll explain what happened to me about my stroke and my health and stuff as well at the moment. So, yeah, thank you everyone. I love all the comments that you sent us and all the get well cards. I've got get well cards. I forgot to bring them up and show you. I can go down and get them in a minute if really. But yeah, let's get our first guest in when he's ready. In a big cloud of smoke.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, right, Matt. How's it going?
Welcome back. Welcome back, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. It's just
no.
just a service I provide. You know, like.
Oh, thanks to everyone, like I say, for sticking with us and supporting us. Because, like you know, what's happened, the stroke and stuff like that. But yeah, just get a few more people in, and I'll explain what's happened and how the
Wasn't
stroke
too much,
affected me.
too much of this and too much of this, was it? Look at me. Look at me.
I don't know.
Oh God, absolutely. The hair of the dog. The hair of the dog.
They're saying it's not the beer, really. It's the smoky what I've got to lay off.
Oh, well, yeah, that's it.
I know a lot of people that know. A lot of people that know smoked on my channel anyway, so a lot of them do. I'm sorry to miss all this chat here. I normally get people up, don't I, and get their names going, but there's been so many comments. Get right down to the probably start with the newest ones and try and get them out. Oh, it's you, Matt. There. She's got to fly through them now, so it's not going to work. This it's got to be keep jumping down and stuff while I show the names. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
I think I'm not showing that one. Dukes, Mark Urbex, Tracer B.
I could do a read through if you wanted quicker than this.
Yeah. Right, no worries. But yeah, they get all there. Oh, there's Burgess Bucharest guided tours.
Burgess.
Bucharest. Yeah.
That's nothing to do with his stroke. He always had trouble saying Bucharest.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, I always did. It's down to me. Dyslexic, that though. I even said that ages ago and sussed it out.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, what do you want to know about my stroke? What happened? Well, as in work, just working away. I work on the electrics on vehicles and stuff like that, and I was using my hands for soldering and crimping and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, my right arm couldn't hold what I was holding, like my soldering iron or my crimps. I can't remember what it was, but I just lost grip. And every time I picked it up, it kept on dropping out of my hand. So I thought that don't, that don't seem right at all. So went over to one of the work colleagues and started speaking to him. Then realised my speech in coming out right. I was like, bleh, like I'd been on the beer all night on the whiskies, no swirling
Which,
my words out.
which you probably had as well, but yeah, no.
No, I don't drink whiskey.
Sherlock Holmes clues. No.
I don't drink whiskey, so no, none of that.
No.
And he was like, "Oh yeah," and I said, "Does my face look all right?" He went, "I'm not too sure." So I went over to the mirror myself, and I could see the difference on the right hand side. My mouth's dropped, and I just thought, "Yeah, time to either get some help or go to hospital." So I went and reported myself to uh, the office, and one of the guys ran us to the NHS centre. It's only around the corner, about 5-10 minutes walk. Lots of messages coming through. I can't catch up there. Yeah, so he dropped us off there, and he went back to work. So I walked in. I explained, I've just been in work. I think I'm having a stroke. Can you get someone to check me? They turned around and says, no, what you need to do is make your own way to hospital. Didn't ask whether they need an ambulance or nothing. Didn't ask whether they got a lift for where no one's dropped me off or I can get a lift back to hospital or anything. So, so from the NHS centre, I had to walk from there to my house, which took about 20 minutes. Then I phoned an ambulance. They said, oh, it could be ages. So I just hung up. I've phoned my dad. My dad came down as soon as he could. It was within half an hour. I think it was a bit, just over half an hour. Got to the hospital, Crumpsall Hospital, I'll name him. Got to the counter where they take your name and book you in. Right, sit on your seat till this triage nurse sees you. So, like normal, yeah. This was about, I think it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Uh, about, I think it was 11 o'clock. Still not being seen by the triage nurse. So I went back up to the reception saying, look, possibly having a stroke. What does the advert say? Act fast. I've acted fast. You're not acting fast. He went, oh, yeah, but it's a big long list. What you need to do is go and bang on the triage nurse's door. I was like, what? You're telling you to go and bang on people's doors to get. But I know that from past, or if you start banging up in reception, especially in hospital, they kick you out. So I was confused. I was like, what's going on? So I sat there back down. And lucky enough, I think, I don't know whether they shouted at me or something, or I stood near the door until she came out to shout someone else. Took me in then, seen the triage nurse. Just went, right, yeah, it looks like you've had a stroke. What we'll have to do is transfer you now to Bury. It's a stroke ward in Bury. They specialise in strokes. Fairfield Hospital, I think it's called. So by this time, I think it was about half 1 o'clock, half 12, 1 o'clock. I got there. Same thing. I had an out-officer triage nurse then showed the people when they get there. I looked at it, went, right, no worries. Just sit down. We'll get you to bed. Yeah. No
Your
bed.
your dad was there all this time as well, waiting from 2 o'clock till like 11. Well, 1 in the morning. He drove you
Yes,
over.
good 12 hours, my dad. Yeah,
Oh
bless
God
him.
alive! That's just horrible, isn't it? I mean, it's bad for you, but I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, and they
All
still
they
didn't get.
did is all they needed to do is just tell you to go to the right place.
Yeah, and still didn't get a bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, it's mad. And then, like you see, I put a little short video out to explain what's happened. Because I think it was on a Tuesday, wasn't it, when my live stream was going to go?
Mm.
I'm not too sure. I think it was.
I can't
So
remember.
I threw something out to let you all know. But yeah, since then, I've not really uploaded much. Recovered quite well, but then I had a setback. I was hopefully to go to do a live stream. Was it last month, Matt? I think it was. We was planning it. But yeah, I took a setback in. I think it was medication or something. I'm not too sure. My stomach's not been right. I've not been right since. I'm at a scan tomorrow. Having a CT scan tomorrow to see what's actually going on with my stomach because I'm throwing up for no reason. You don't even need to know all the rest. You know what I mean? It's just things. I don't want to get too personal and explain what's going on. You know what I mean? Vulgar or whatever. Vulgar. Yeah. You know what I mean. Anyway. But
well,
yeah,
as long as you got your testicles and your bits, like I mean, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's all you need in life, isn't it?
I don't know because I couldn't use my right hand, you know. I couldn't use my right hand and I'm single.
You'll have to become ambidextrous, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm trying that, but I'm still not good at that, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, dear.
And please don't give me any offers in the chat that you'll help us out. Personal favours, please.
Yeah. He don't need any waits from 2 o'clock till 4 in the morning. Like, you know, he might need it instantaneous help.
Oh, yeah. Also, my memory's not been great either. Like now, I'm possibly doing my live stream, probably set it all up and stuff, but I just realised I haven't done something. So I've got to sort that out quick.
I think that's just like I do that on live streams. It's just like once you start talking, you forget everything.
No, it's one of them things that you've possibly do before, like the live stream.
Hey, it's your double has just come in the chat. Look, Mr. Mawson.
Oh, the urban legend number 2.
Yeah, we'll have to get you together on a live stream. It'd probably be like 2 robots, you know, like speaking a special language. You'd be like blah 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 blah. Connect.
I don't know about that because I think he sounds different to me personally.
He does sound different, but there's similarities. He's not as good looking as you, though, Will.
Oh, yeah, of course he's not. You know what I mean? I'm only joking. Yeah, love yous all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a positivity channel. It's like an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. This.
Yeah. Lucky enough, I wasn't in hospital too long. And Elizabeth is in as well there.
Elizabeth, go on, say that one then.
Yeah, she knows it's if I ever say that, it's got to be Elizabeth E, is it? Elizabeth K, I call her.
Elizabeth Korzeniowska.
So I was looking to get out. of hospital, like I say, it wasn't a major stroke because obviously it can affect you really bad. I got out, I could walk about, couldn't use my arm really, or my hand. I couldn't hold things. If I picked anything up, it kept on dropping. Even now, if I'm holding like a bottle, I've got to support it with my right hand instead of just using my right hand. Got to use more of my left hand now, because it's still not 100%. I couldn't control my camera because there's only a couple of buttons. You got to press them so fast to do different functions. And yeah, I'm still working on that. It's coming back to me slowly. But yeah. Also, like I say, I got out quite early, out of hospital within a week, if it was, I think it was. Managed to go shopping with my son, bumped into his mate in town, and we ended up going hotel looking at hotels.
I
So I
honestly
managed,
thought you were going to say nightclubbing then.
no,
Yeah, right.
so we just ended up in this hotel. So we pulled out the camera and recorded it, and flew out at Christmas. That was my Christmas video. But after that, I had, like I say, a couple of setbacks, and then, of course, I've not done no videos until recently, and I just threw one out recently. But just because not being throwing out videos doesn't mean I've not been doing things behind the scene. Because, yeah, I've been on the sick, not been to work because I can't work. Yeah, I've been laid off from that now. Believe it or not, never mind. Let's look on. Couldn't go to work because I'm sick. So I went out, seeing what I could go and do. And can you remember that church? I did, where I walked in, and the guy gave us full permission to do it, even though it was open. It was derelict. No one came in, and there was inches of dust on the table and all that. So I'd done a film of that. It was really good. I went past there, seen this van, door open, on the car park next to it, the fence ripped down, door smashed in or open, and a big wooden panel all smashed. So yeah, I ran across there looking for Pete, and I've done a little video on that. That'll be coming up. But it's unbelievable what I filmed on that place. It's got to be like a revisit, but I don't like doing revisits to the same place. But because what's happened to it, yeah, it's got to be, well, like I say, it's intriguing in what I found when I ran in there and came face to face with people. There was a bit of conflict, didn't get that on camera, but everything calmed down and I managed to do what I need to do. So yeah. Also, Underground Manchester, like like I say, released that video recently. Not just that place. I've been other places trying to get into Underground Manchester, and hopefully I've got a visit. They said we can't let you in underground at the moment because they're renovating it, and they'll let me do a full video of this
After the
building.
renovation.
Well, just the basement's being renovated at the moment. So they said they can do a video. I said, right, I'd rather wait to see the basement as well so everyone can understand what's going on. They said, right. I gave them a number. They said we'll phone you back in a couple of months. So that's a good one. That's in town again, Manchester Underground. Don't think no one's filmed this place. So that's especially underground there. I know it's a permission visit, but I like them. And also, if you looked on my Instagram recently, I put out a picture of me looking at a gasometer. Gasometer, yeah. Or gas holder, some people call them as well. And that's another video I heard about They were iconic landmarks of Manchester near City Ground Stadium. I've heard that they're coming down, getting knocked down, and someone sent me a screenshot of like a community that's got on a tour there. So as soon as I seen that, I thought head down to the place and see if we can get on the tour, even though I'm not on the website, or I think it's Facebook it was or something like that, even though we're on that site. So went down to the place, the gasworks. There's a security on the fence. I spoke to the guy at the gate. Went, all right, yeah, how you heard about this? So showing the screenshot. Went, right, what I'll do, I'll give you this guy's number. Gave me a certain guy's number, gave me the number. I phoned the guy, left a message. He phones back saying, can you explain more? So I explained what happened. Just like I said, we got a screenshot and went through that. So he said, I'll take your details and I'll pass them on to someone else now who's organising the trip. So we did that, and then eventually someone who's organising the trip contacted me, and I managed to get on there, and it's quite interesting. And like I say, they've been there ever since I was born. They've been in there over 100 years, so definitely I'm younger than them. You know what I mean? Even though I might look a bit older, but yeah. But it's good to see how close up you got, and how wide they are, and how big they are. Because yeah, you see them when you're going down roads or whatever, but you don't really understand how big they are.
I've always wanted to walk up those steps that go up the side of them. They go up in like a step. So
Yeah, yeah.
whatever height they're at, you can step off onto them. I've always wanted to do that, but I thought you'd probably be accused of some sort of terrorism or something, for sort of like, going near to an infrastructure thing. That if one of those went up, it would probably be a big boom. So yeah, they don't want people hanging around them probably, but yeah.
That's it, yeah. I did ask the manager or the guy who let us on with me harness. I had me harness and all that ready. I was showing him. I said, any chance of going up there? He went, no chance.
Oh,
Know what I mean? It's one of them ones. I'd love to get up there and film it, but like I say, it's a no because I had to sign a form about photos and photography and stuff. And we're not allowed to release any of it to multimedia without them going through it first. So if I ever show a video of me going up there, they'll just tell me or tell YouTube or whatever to get rid of that video of what I've done of the place. Know what I mean? I don't want to do that because that's history gone. What for? To climb a structure where I've got my drone that I can fly over.
no,
Know what
that's
I mean?
fair enough. They would just
Yeah.
want to make sure that you're not going to be disrespectful to them and show it in a
That's
bad
it.
light or entice people to go there the wrong way or something, probably.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I mean. I'd rather work with people, get to see what other people don't get to see, like special tours and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and the history of the place. And well, I don't want to say too much. I'll ask you, Matt. What do you reckon's inside them metal gas meters or gas holders? How do you think they're built inside?
Um, well, if they were just riding up and down inside with like a seal around them, I would imagine that seal could easily leak gas. So I'm imagining that there's probably something more than that, because it would just be too random to have like a seal going up and down the inside, like like a little pressure seal, or I'm thinking it's going to leak gas. So I'm wondering, is it a bellows? Is it a massive bellows in there, or?
No, I didn't mean that, but you also brought up another thing there. But yeah, it's nothing like you think, like some sort of things that rub against each other, like rubber flaps or anything like that. It's totally simple. simple. Yeah. And it's so simple you think, no way. But what do you think? Well, what actually it looks like inside, looking up at the actual dome thing? No, inside it, or inside the place itself. What do you reckon it? Oh, what I mean by when it comes down, basically, when there's no gas in it, yeah, the actual thing needs to rest on something. The actual crown, they call it, top, yeah, and that is normally on, well, on some sort of
Springs.
no girders,
Oh.
yeah. But the one that I went to and had a tour of was different because it was on something else. And yeah, I don't want to give too much information out, obviously, because you want you to all watch the videos. So yeah, I've got some good videos lined up. Like I say, I've got this underground Manchester one, and need to go and film that and get the history into it as well before I release a video for the full video. One minute. I'll be back in. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah.
You're gonna have a cough now. So, what is the mystery of the black magic box? What is the mystery of the black magic chocolate box? I don't know actually. I've always seen them. I assumed that they were, some sort of seal in there, but it's like, rusting metal, dirt, getting in there, getting in between the rubber seal. And it's like, how the hell do they keep those things sealed? It's obviously a clever technique. But yeah, I mean, it could be like a rubber syringe. A syringe has a rubber and it has like 2 or 3 rubber pieces that push out. And then under pressure, it's squeezed in there. So it's like under pressure, but, then it won't let the fluids out. But yeah, maybe it's got more than one seal. I would imagine it would have to, really. So if one seal broke, you go to the next one. But how would you service that? It's kind of a weird, how do you service them unless you take all the parts down underground and you put a new tire seal on it? But I don't know.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just like I say, I don't know what's happening with my stomach, so yeah, it's one of them ones. Every so often I've got to do something. So yeah. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a special live stream when I hit 2,000 subscribers. I've hit 2,000 subscribers now, but because I haven't been well, I haven't got the actual things ready to get the actual live stream for you, where I give things away where you can win prizes and stuff like that. Yeah. So just bear with me for that for a few weeks, maybe a month or so, and I'll get onto it. I've not forgot. I've just not been well. I understand you all know. And yeah.
Just having you back is a good enough prize, mate.
Yeah.
Don't worry about giveaways.
No, I'm so glad because one of my grands died after having a stroke. So, you know what I mean? I know how bad it can be and stuff like that. So, yeah. And also, I know people who had strokes and they were perfectly fine. And afterwards, they can't really do much. You know what I mean? And you just lose contact with them. And it was, because it's like through a third party, through a third friend. And I spoke to him recently and said, "Oh, how's so-and-so doing who's had a stroke?" He says, "Not heard anything for ages." So he's just, you know what I mean, one of them ones. So like you say, I'm so glad to be out and about. I went in town, like you say, getting about, trying to cheer himself up and exercise, walk about and stuff. I came across a Charlie Veach. I've met him a few times in town. So he done a video saying not allowed, not allowed. So I thought, right, I'll jump on his channel and gate crash him. So yeah, he let us gate crash him. He was all right, yeah, really funny. He was. He threw it up on his channel. Got a
Oh,
few
that's
more.
nice.
Yeah, it's got a few more supporters through that. So much appreciated to him. He was speaking about. Well, I watch him quite often, and he was in Manchester like he always is. I done a video, and this other lad came up off camera, and he was talking to him, and this lad says to him, "Oh, I've got a YouTube channel or something." I can't quite remember how it was because my memory's not great either after the stroke. And he went, "Oh, yeah, who have you? What do you do?" He said, "I'm a gamer." He went, "How many subscribers you got?" And he said about, I don't know, 1 million or something. So Charlie went, "Oh, bleeding hell, I'm only amateur. I've only got so many thousand." And that was a Carl, Exploding Carl's nephew, another gamer, the YouTuber
Really?
gamer.
He's got 1 million subscribers.
I don't know how long. Don't think 1 million, but it said a big
Hang on.
number.
Is this TikTok subscribers where 1 million actually translates to 1,000 in actual reality? Yeah. Because I don't believe the view counts and I don't believe the subscriber levels of what TikTok says is going on. Oh, you're much better off on TikTok because look, every video you do will have 20,000, 30,000, and 1 million subscribers. I don't believe it. I think it's bullshit. Yeah.
I need to read some of these comments, but like I say, I don't know the amount of subscribers he said, but there's a lot more than Charlie Veach, and Charlie Veach, who is quite high up in the YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah,
so
but
you're like royalty, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mentioned it to him when I met him. I said, "Oh, remember that lad who was on here, who had a YouTube channel?" "Oh yeah, him." Knew him straight away. Yeah. "Oh, what's his name?" Because people want to know who he was because people are asking in his chat. So I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get find out for you." So I got on the phone to Carl, and Carl's always wanted to meet him. So I got on the phone to him. Said, "Yeah, Carl, what? There's someone to speak to you," and just put him straight onto Charlie Veach, like that. And yeah, when he's like, "Oh, talking," got back off the phone, gave him back, and Carl's like, "But Godsmack, no way you met him and all that." I went, I know you wanted to, so that's why I put him on the phone call, get you going. No, what I mean? Yeah, spark his day up. So he enjoyed that as well. He's done a couple of videos for me. He's done an intro for me, and he's done an intro for Carl as well. So
Is
it's
that
pretty
what he's
cool.
called? Sparky?
No, it was called Charlie Veach.
Oh, and I know Charlie Veach. No, I was wondering about the young lad who had loads of subscribers.
No, it's oh yeah.
Charlie Veach is a legend, but he was one of the first what you could call like auditors, if you like.
Yeah.
Because he started it off with like saying, "I can film here. What's wrong with filming here?" And then all these security guards are getting uppity in like public areas, and they're going, "You can't film here." It's like, "It's a public area. I can film." And no, we're going to call the police. Charlie Veach was one of the first to be doing that. Now it's loads of people are doing it.
That's it. Yeah. Like you say, he's been gone for years, over 10 years, hasn't it? Really. So
and there was also another guy. Do you remember him called the Love Police?
That's him, yeah. Love Police.
Well, no, his mate was called. I think his mate was the Love Police, but Charlie was on it a lot. But his mate, was it Danny or something like that? Danny, the other guy. But yeah, he was the Love Police. So they used to do videos together. But like, I could be wrong. Sorry, I could be totally wrong here. But yeah, they kind of ended up doing their own stuff. But I don't know if Love Police is doing so much of it anymore. He kind of got a bit bored, maybe. I don't know. Probably still
I thought it was the same. I thought it was the same character. I thought it was Charlie. Carl's in the chat there. Carl, what's your nephew called? Who's got the YouTube channel? I'll tell you the name now when he tells us. A lot of time for him to pop in the chat.
Pop up, get online, come on.
Yeah, don't forget he just finished work as well, so he's just got to have something to eat in that.
Yeah, I remember that Charlie Veitch when he went. It seemed like a bit of a setup, in many respects, because the BBC said, "Oh, Charlie Veitch doesn't believe that 911 happened, or Sandy Hook happened, or something like that." One of the two. And then he went out there and he met people and spoke to them, and he said, "Oh, yeah, and I changed my mind now. I was believing all these internet conspiracy theories. Now I understand." Jordan Rants.
Yeah, gaming channel.
Really? Okay, cool.
I don't know how many subscribers he's got, but I'm sure you'll find out now. You're on the keyboard by the sound of it.
Got 710,000. He's nearly up to 1 million. Look, there we are.
Yeah, so we weren't far off saying that, was I?
Bloody hell. I always said, right, doing these like videos as I do, like getting yourself in trouble and, being a bit opinionated, I should honestly have just like done dog videos with my dog with speech bubbles coming out going like, "This is what she's really saying." And I go, "That's terrible, Cassie, an angel," and do all that like videos back in the day, you can't. And then be like, "No, I want food." "No, you can't have food." And the dog is like going, "Rrr, rrr, rrr, rrr," just like speech bubbles coming up, and I'd be like, I'd be on like 1 million subscribers by now.
Yeah, like anything though. Like auditing now, that's gone quite big. If a few channels are hit it big on that. But like you're saying, what we're doing, we're not looking to go crazy big. We're just looking to do it and put it out to document the places before we get destroyed. Know what I mean? And have fun what you do, because this is what we do anyway. So why don't we film what we like doing? So that's why we do it.
It's not to everyone's tastes as well. Like, I mean, I've had a few people recently commenting saying, "This was the most boring video I've seen in ages. I can't believe how boring this was." And I'm sure they're telling the truth. They probably found it incredibly boring, but I didn't. That's why I did it. It's a niche. It's a very niche sort of thing. Like, some people like mansion houses, some people like underground bunkers, some people like this, some people like that. But you can't please all the people all the time. All you've got to do is you just got to keep on doing what you like and hope that people will enjoy it. If people don't enjoy it, turn that video off and go and find another one on my channel or somebody else's. Like, it's no point. It's no point saying this is boring shit, because it's like, well, maybe if I didn't film it, then there'd be a lot less videos on the channel, and then you'd find some other reason to dislike something. It's like you just got to do what you do. Do what you like doing, and hopefully the audience will enjoy it as well. Not everyone will, but just do what you like doing.
That's it. Once your personality shows out, people attach to your personality and get on to what you like, and it's your personality that attracts the audience. Also, it's the what you put out there, what you know what I mean, because it's got to be interesting what you put out. So for some people it might not. But you know what I mean? For you,
my filthy mind and innuendos, and even Ray the other day, he said, "We're at the Grand Shaft," and he was going like this. And it's like, yeah, see, I've taught them well. I've tutored them well. Now they're all producing filth on their channels. Innuendo. Oh, yeah, I'm a bad influence. Like this guy said in his book, he said, I started out because of him, and he's sometimes a very bad influence.
I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. Sorry, I've not been reading any comments because I've just been chatting, explaining what's happened and stuff like that. So I'm really sorry. We've got
I don't
Bean
seem
as
to have.
well.
I don't seem to have been able to affect this guy though, because he's always very sensible and tries to keep it nice, and there's never any rude bum farty tit joke. No, I can't even say that because it's like no. So yeah, I didn't say that. So yeah,
Well, I let a word slip before, but never mind.
yeah.
I won't tell no one if you don't keep it all quiet.
I know how to demonetize a video in a heartbeat.
Is that with your flashlight? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can show it, but don't turn it on.
If I open this thing, the live stream's going down, mate. This big torch of mine is like lethal. It shines rays of destroying live streams. It goes and destroys live streams with its laser beams. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Remember when you turned it on your channel and just disappeared the channel, didn't it? So
Yeah.
I phoned you. Like, are you sure? I'm sure I'm live. I'm like, no.
No. The algorithm sees things, but it doesn't understand exactly what it's seeing. So it saw something, and it was like, shut the stream down.
Misinterpretates, doesn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
Can't tell what rubber is and against flesh or difference between flesh and rubber.
Yeah. And it doesn't see the humor of blowing backwards through it to make
Funny noises. Funny
noises that people never have when they're like doing things with each other. Yeah. Yeah. I might sacrifice that and stick it on. And Luke said he put it on his exhaust. And we'll, because of that will be a definite monetization loss. That video, I could tell you, but it'd be brilliant. Yeah.
Mad.
Abandoned Engineering says you look well.
Thank you. Where's Abandoned Engineering?
You are doing well, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you've come a long way. Like, I mean, I did speak to you when you just had this happen to you, and you were a little bit slurry, and like, you've come back a hell of a lot. So, it was. I was hoping, it would all work out well, and it has. So obviously there's still a bit more to go, but I mean, I don't know whether I should say this on the channel, but hey, what's censorship and me is we don't go well together, me and censorship. But there are therapies you can have which will help reverse. Remember I sent you that video?
Yeah, that's really interesting, but like you say, it's a bit pricey, that stuff.
It is pricey, but when you see the results, and it's kind of like it's your life, isn't it? So
yeah, but is it worth me spending that to get any better than I am now? I don't think it is. If it was worse, maybe. But
well,
lucky enough, I'm not that bad. So
yeah. Well, therefore, it'll probably, it's up to you, isn't it? It's just one of those, yeah.
But like you say, the options there. Also, I can't afford that at the moment either, especially losing my job. So,
well,
after all this,
saying that though, if it could help you, I'm sure a lot of us would do a whip around for you. So,
yeah. But like I say, I don't think I need that because the difference is the difference between them and me. I'm recovering quite well, like you see. Where in that video they were really bad. They couldn't do much at all. Like I say, paralyzed down one side, can't move much, or if they could move, know what I mean? Because it's just sometimes the head they could communicate with. But after having that treatment, the difference is between night and day. know what I mean? It's so clear. But
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
think
amazing.
I don't
Amazing.
think I want all my fans to donate whatever it would cost to have that treatment, because I don't think it would benefit me as much as it would to other people at this moment. But if you do ever have a stroke like that, I would love to have that treatment, and I'd love to resolve to stand behind me and support me in that way.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
saying that though, it doesn't matter whether or not you know you're like 95% and it's that last 5%. It's that last 5%. Why not have it back? You know, if you can, because there's a lot of things in life you can't get back. You know, but if you get that last bit back, as you say, and like help you with your clarity of memory, and get your arm that's like not quite there, get it back. You know,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, just a thought. Don't feel that oh, I'm not worthy or anything like that. It's like, if it was me, and if I had to climb a mountain to get to a thing that I needed, and that mountain was very big and very cold and very hard, and it was going to be like, but at the end of it, I was going to get that thing that was going to put me back right. I would want to climb that
yeah.
mountain.
Please don't start a GoFundMe for
Oh,
me. Please,
he's
no,
he's
don't.
no,
Please
he's
don't. I don't want
he's
it.
he's embarrassed. Look, no, don't feel like that.
Yeah, please don't.
They're not necessarily going to do it, but I'm just saying, just
Thoughts there.
don't
Yeah,
feel like don't feel like oh well, I shouldn't expect to get back to normal, because like if there's a thing that can get you back to normal, and say it's going to cost you 5 grand or
well,
ten
they're telling me
grand.
to stop smoking, so that's what I need to do. Stop smoking,
What
and
is a magic
hopefully,
bullet? Just stop smoking, you'll be back next week. No, that's just
no.
that's just that's just NHS fob you off territory, isn't it?
Mm,
You know,
but hopefully, if I do give up smoking, it's better for my health anyway. And
that is true.
I can see from my blood pressure, because I've got a blood pressure machine now.
Mm.
I suffer from high blood pressure, so I can see the difference if I quit smoking, whether it's benefiting me or not. You know what I mean? So just got to work on it. It's not easy,
Mm.
but like I want to say to everyone, everyone who left a comment on my latest video, and the ones about them stroke and stuff like that, they're all wishing me well and good to see me out and doing my videos again. And after reading comments, I thought I need to come and do a live stream, just say hello. And yeah, I might not be 100% myself, but I'm good enough now to come back on and got my confidence to come back on and do a live stream. You know what I mean? So that's why it's took me a bit long to do a live stream. It's not my confidence, but now after reading the comments, it helps you go, pushes you forward, and makes you stronger. And I appreciate that to everyone.
Well, you're doing well, but if you ever decide one day that you want to be, up for it, then let us know, and we'll do something.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what credit cards were for, anyway. You just
Yeah.
pay it off on a credit card, and who knows whether you'll pay those credit cards off.
Yeah.
But at least you'll be feeling a bit better.
Yeah, I just like showing someone my channel the other day, and they was just looking through it and just reading the comments and went, "Look at all these comments you got; they're all outstanding." It's like, I know, and I've replied to most of them. I did say, I will reply to everyone who left a comment on my stroke video. I will get round to that. Like I say, Miss speech, it's not going. It's blah, 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 a bit now. The speech hasn't been great on my phone, so what I use speech type, and sometimes it doesn't recognise what I'm saying, and especially after a stroke, it was harder. So now it's beginning to recognise my voice and stuff like that. I'll be able to put more out, and obviously reply to all the ones about the stroke video I put out. So thanks.
I've used voice typing sometimes to send somebody a reply to messages, and then I've pressed send, and when I've looked back, it's inserted like loads of sexual words and connotations, and I'm like, and I've had to apologize. I'm like, I didn't say that, and I can't think it's like, you know, like if you say service, it puts in the word cervix,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, no, go for the, you know, come on, algorithm. What do you think he's saying? Is he saying service or cervix? It's like, oh, I think he's saying cervix. It's like, no, service, service. Yeah. So I'm not, you know, yeah, it's not you. It's not just you, mate. We all get it. And it's like some of the bloody things these voice typers write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm.
Because I've had it myself when I said stuff and it comes up all sorts. I'm like, where did that come from? You know what I mean? Like, nothing what I said there is on there.
Smith is saying, I hope you've cut sugar out of your diet. Yeah, I have. I don't have any sugar. No. It's boring, though. I want to eat carrot cake, chocolate cake, and chocolate. I want chocolate and ice cream. I want it.
Yeah.
Can't have it, though.
Nothing wrong with Manchester accent. Nah.
Ooh,
Oh,
Exploring with Carl has just
bleeding
donated
hell.
£5.
Just saying that. You know what that means, don't you?
Bangers. Oh, right. Literal. I thought he meant like bangers and mash then or something, like, you know, don't eat this food, but he literally meant bangers. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've forgotten how to do this now. How to get rid of this screen now there.
Ah.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Am
I living in a box? Am I living in a cardboard box? Yeah, he is. A blue cardboard box.
That'll be somewhere down there.
All right.
I'll have to add that comment as well, won't I?
Now, Carl. This live stream is going to get taken down now for explosive weapons. Weaponry. Oh, look.
Just in case. Just in case. Need some of that music, don't we? Mission Impossible music going on.
Yeah. But if you hum it, you don't get copyright.
I don't even know how it goes.
Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na, da-na-na, 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 da-na, da 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 da.
Only another 20 minutes, Matt. Only another 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. You're going to sell that technology to Elon Musk? He needs a bit of rocket boost technology.
Here comes the boost now. It should do anyway.
Hey! Bloody hell. So your live stream is going to go down any minute now for Incendiary. Just change the name to Tesla Rocket and you'll be all right then. Change the name of the live stream. Tesla Rocket Launch live stream. You'll be all right then.
Yeah.
No safety glasses, Mitch said. No.
There's my safety glasses.
There we are. Safety is not his number one priority. Yeah.
Yeah, what they do last quite a bit, don't they?
Does Caesar like it when you set those off? Is he interested by them?
He's never seen one, I don't think. He's not been in here while I've set one off anyway.
Yeah. Look, he's handling the firework. Like, what do they say? Do not handle the fireworks after they're finished, in case they go off again.
Still got my safety glasses on. Don't worry about that.
Oh, Carl, yeah, you were 50 on Sunday. Bloody hell, I forgot about that. Shit.
Yeah, it isn't.
I've just changed my phone. It normally like tells me these things, but oh, sorry, man. I did say to you, aren't you doing a live stream on your 50th birthday?
I figured you went skating, didn't I? Instead.
Well, it's a good substitute, isn't it?
Something for him to do. What enjoys what he does, isn't it? Know what I mean?
Mm. Wise woman says, "What's the secret bond?" I don't know. What's that then? Do you know what the secret bond is?
I don't know. Must be something in the comment.
So Carl's catching me up.
That's where back screen's gone.
You have to turn the light on to get the back screen.
I selected it. It was like, it's not there. Yeah, Carl says, "Oh, I'm an old codger now." I said, "No, life starts at 50. What are you playing at?"
Life starts at 50 and it ends at 60, but then you have to work till you're 70. Yeah. So how does that work?
It's not a secret if we tell.
Yeah. He went out with his family, Matt. He took his family's mat. But how do people wipe their feet when they come into his house? If he took his family mat. The carpets in the house must be disgustingly dirty. That's all I can say. Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Option Sal. Yeah.
Yeah. People like that saying to me, "Why do you do what you do?" Because I feel like a kid at times. Not what I mean. There's a hole. Let's go in it. Which kid don't want to go in a little hole and see what's in there? I always did when I was a kid.
Well, I think we're better suited to do it as adults than kids because we have proper kit. So we've got half a chance of not running out of 2 AA batteries in a little torch, and we've got multiple battery backups. We got lights. We got, we tell people where we're going. Unlike kids, they never tell people where they're going. Right? We tell people where we're going. So yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for the meal. You're saying there. Yeah, remember the torches you used to get on your... Oh, there's Adrian in as well. Oh, Adrian. Duncan, Aussie. Dinkin, Aussie. Dinkin, Aussie. Dinkin. Yeah.
Dinkum.
Dinkum, yeah. What was I saying then before I said, oh, there's so-and-so? I don't know.
Dinkin from Lincoln. With a poo hole that does stinking. Sorry. There's your monetization gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say then. Never mind.
30 seconds, we'll get a reaction in the chat to my sort of filthy mind. Sorry. I'm so
that's
sorry.
it. That's what I was going to say. Back in the 80s, when you were a kid or whatever, when you were a kid, before you were a teenager, the lights then, like you say, were pathetic. Either you had one of them ones, yellow things that hang on the roadworks, but that burn
Mm.
like a little oil lamp
Mm.
that everyone used to nick, and or you got your bicycle light, or you nicked your dad's flashlight, which lasted 2 minutes, like you say, with double D batteries, and they're never good. That's why they were called flashlights, because you're supposed to just use it as a flash to see where you're going, then turn off, go there, then flash again.
I tell you, I would never admit to this, but like back in the day when I was a kid, on the railways, you're not allowed to go on railways, by the way. It's illegal. You get in trouble for it. It's a criminal offense if you go on a railway. However, for some strange reason, because I was a kid and I didn't know any better, we were on the railway and we found these signals that used to go up and down.
Oh yeah.
And we climbed up a ladder and we noticed that if you open the top, it had a lamp in there, which was oil lamp. It was like a little oil lamp. Yeah,
Cool.
it was like a little flame oil lamp. And we were like, oh, this is really cool. Look at this. So we nicked it.
Oh,
Of course,
that's a no-no.
Oh, yeah. We nicked them and we kept them. And we thought they were really cool because they last forever. They last absolutely forever. And only about 1,000, maybe 10,000 people died on the train track that didn't have a signal anymore because we nicked the light. We nicked its light.
You mean
they don't have that anymore.
You mean we're delayed? They were delayed.
Maybe delayed a bit, delayed a couple of weeks before they got put in the grave, I don't know why we did that. We were kids. We didn't know what we were doing. It was very irresponsible. I wouldn't do it now. It's very irresponsible. However, they now have LED lights, which are fixed in place so that they're not so easy to nick. So, yeah.
The Dream Maestro there.
Little can things with a handle, and you're like, woo, look at this. This is amazing. Sorry.
Dream Maestro there in the comments. He's another undergrounder that likes going underground and storm drains and stuff like that. So, yeah. If you like stuff like that out, go and check his channel. He's done a few videos with Martin Zero as well. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. We might be meeting up to do a place in Manchester. Me and Maestro. And I'm sure Martin will be coming and a few others. So that should be quite a good video. Yeah, not saying too much on that. But there is a little short video on my channel about where I'm going. So that might give it away if you want to go through the channel and videos, but doesn't really show much. It just says the name of it. Yeah, I think it's the name I say. So it's pretty cool. I was watching yours, David, before, the one where it's being filled up with water, flooded mine, quarry or whatever.
I still have to get round to just putting in a little report to the water board and just saying, maybe you want to just double check, because I think you probably find you're hemorrhaging large amounts of water out of a pipe. Yeah, because I can't understand how that amount of water is just continually when it hasn't been raining, and the water's not damp. Sorry, not the water. The ground is not damp enough to kind of be seeping that amount in. I will have to try and remember to do that. Yeah. Because if they fix the pipe, then it will drain, and then we can go for a look around the caves then. So, yeah.
We've got our next guest in. What a terrible man. What a great man, John. Hello, Mr. John.
Oh, not him. He's
hello
shit.
there.
I'm
Who's
off. Right.
Who the have you got? Yeah, I'm not coming on with him.
Yeah, right. That's it.
No domestics on this channel, please. Come on.
Right. I'll be back. I'm going to get some beer.
Yeah, that's your excuse. How are you, Will?
Not too bad. No, you don't, but you scared him off, John.
Well, not everyone can do that.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Nice to see you, by the way. Glad that you're feeling better.
Yeah, not too bad, like I say. Got a neck ache, really bad at the moment. But apart from that, I'm feeling okay. Stroke, like I say, I'm recovering quite well. Still
Good.
not 100%, but I'm getting there. And fingers crossed, if I change my diet and whatever, it's just saying it's lifestyle what's causing it. So if it's
Yeah,
sort that out, hopefully it'll get back to normal.
that's pretty much what it is most of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, they did say if the stroke causes a bit of damage on your brain, that it will never grow back. But I think if you just learn again how to do it, I'm sure it'll come back. If you know what I mean. I'm sure another bit of a brain will pick that bit up or
Hopefully,
replace
yeah.
that space. Yeah,
Yeah. Did you lose some movement then, if you don't mind me asking?
down my right hand side, uh,
Okay.
my my mouth dropped. It felt like I went to the dentist and had one of them injections in your mouth and then rip your teeth out.
Yeah.
One of them needles, but it's just all your mouth just went numb and you couldn't speak. Well, you could speak, but it sounded like you had 20 pints of whiskey. You know, one of them ones swirling your words and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't hold what I was holding while I was working.
Uh-huh.
It kept on dropping out of my hand, on my tools, whatever I was using at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought, this isn't right. I spoke to one of the lads. He says, yeah, something's don't look right. You can't tell me to go home. I said, I don't want you to tell me to go home. I'm going to do it myself. Let him know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let the boss know and went in and then took us whatever. But I think that NHS walking centre is disgraceful. I might go
All
back
right.
there and put a complaint in. I
They
don't know
keep
if
you
you.
waiting then.
I don't know if you heard. No, it's by the sound that you didn't hear what happened.
I've literally
Uh,
just joined blind because I've just got in, so I thought I'd pop up like I said to you earlier.
yeah, like you said, you left a message on, so I understand you being out.
Mm.
Basically, one of the guys where he was employed took us to an HS centre, a walking centre not too far from where he worked. So I walked in, explained what's going on. I think I'm having a stroke. Can you get someone to check us out? No, make your own way to hospital.
Hmm.
Didn't even offer to phone an ambulance or nothing. So,
hell.
yeah, I think I'll be putting a complaint against them. And then when they did get to hospital, they had me waiting from 2 o'clock in the afternoon till gone 11, nearly at night, to see a triage nurse.
Really?
Yeah.
Then they sent me
Fucking
somewhere else.
disgraceful. Excuse me.
Then they sent us somewhere else. Then
So you waited
So
from 2 till 11 to be told you're not in the right place, go here. Which they could have told him in 10 seconds if they just bothered to realise you're in the wrong place. Just go here, mate. You know?
yeah,
And it's important to get the right treatment, especially for that, as quick as possible.
that's what I said to him. I
That's what
said,
they
"What's
say,
with
isn't
your
it?
advert? NHS advert says, are you having a stroke? Act fast. I've acted fast. You're acting slow." And she
but
said,
it's like,
"Oh, go and bang on the triage nurse's door then to get seen."
it's like everything else, though, in this country. It's like posters to try and seem good. We're doing this, we're doing that. But the reality is they're doing bugger all. You know, it's all hot air. So when you actually need the service, you find out what the real service is.
I'm more shocked the fact that you've gone to a doctor's and said, "Look, I maybe have it. Can you quit? No, go to A&E." So you go to A&E, fair play, whatever, and then they fucking keep you waiting. So you go to the counter and you tell them what you are, what you're doing, what's going on. Oh, we'll just leave you then. That's a fucking waste of time. What happened if you then had another heart attack? There, God forbid, but there and then, right? Well, they're going to do. Oh, he was just waiting in the queue. That's bollocks.
There's a woman there, like I say, in the same place, waiting to get seen to. Just drops right in front of me. I couldn't catch her or nothing. And she
Yeah.
cracked her head on the floor in the waiting room. And I was like looking at the people because they couldn't move. Like they didn't know what to do. And eventually, someone came out. It seemed like 2-3 minutes, but must have been at least a minute, I'd say, before someone actually came out. But it seemed longer. You know what I mean? And people, remember the people in the waiting room were treating to her before anyone of the staff. Unbelievable.
You know.
Do you know,
Hello to everyone
something-
in the chat, by the way, because I can't see it. I've just flicked over. So
Something happened to me. I can't remember what the exact circumstances were. I can just remember
No.
that I went to Swindon accident and emergency because something had happened to me, and it was fairly serious. And I went in there, and then I was sat, and like hours had gone by, and I was just sitting, and they just said to me, like, oh, we'll sort of get to you. They took my details, and they would get to you, and I was there for hours and hours. It was like 4 or 5 hours, and then eventually one of the nurses said, "Has anybody seen you?" I went, "No, I'm just waiting. You told me to wait." And they went, "Oh, sorry, we completely forgot about you. Oh, about 20 people have gone in front of you. You should have been next, like 5 hours ago." I was like, "Oh, nice." Because I was seeing people coming in and getting dealt with and coming in and getting dealt with, and I wasn't, I was just sitting there because they told me to sit and wait. So I
Yeah.
thought all these other people were more important, more desperate, or had been promised to come in, and I was just having to wait, And they just went, "We forgot about you.
yeah,
We just
I've had
totally forgot about you."
Urbexy, no, they didn't give me no aspirin soon as I arrived. No. And what's the other one? Scoob's there saying, yeah, the NHS is knackered at the moment. But I can't blame the NHS. It's not them, it's the people who run it, the people who run the country. But let's not go down to the politics route and all that.
No, but I think it needs to be said.
And Sweden. Am I right? Did they got the country right? Sweden?
I can blame the individual staff who were working there that night because it was literally them.
Oh, yeah.
that forgot me.
Yeah, you can blame them, yeah, but I'm talking about NHS in general being up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be said in general, that I've worked in the NHS, so I know what it's like. And they are run ragged, and they do forget people. That's the nature of it. But, when you do get seen eventually, 99% of the time, it's okay. I mean, I've had the same experience like of you guys. I've been waiting, and luckily someone I knew was a nurse there, and he said, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he got me in because I'd have been waiting longer. That's just luck of the draw for me, But I've been there and I've waited hours and hours, and then the only thing that pisses me off is a lot of them want to, have some painkillers and that. Well, I want to know what the problem is. Don't just give me painkillers. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yeah, I missed that comment, Nan. My mum's doing okay. She supposedly went in for the operation, but they cancelled it. They rearranged it. Then they sent her a letter saying she didn't turn up for it, and they cancelled everything. So my mum got straight back on the phone to the doctor. Said, "Look, I've turned up. They told me not to turn up because they cancelled it. So now they're rearranging the operations she might be having." So yeah, you know what I mean? That's not great. Like you say,
that's another
on top of
clerical cup. Yeah, I wouldn't swear.
mess up.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Mess
but
up.
this on top of that, in helping me, you know what I mean? She's worrying about me, and I'm worrying about her as well. So it's a bit of a catch-22 on that one. But thanks for asking about me, mum. I didn't see what you was talking about until I was seeing that, then I went back up to comments. But yeah.
No, I think overall, as a general thing, they do need to fund the NHS, or the people who run it, as in nurses, doctors, and the other staff. They need more money because everyone goes, oh, they're on this, they're on that. They are, but there's a lot of expenses like me and you and everybody else has to pay out for. And
Yeah.
it is out of order. And you know, there's got to be some problem with the government when you have, not only do you have the nurses, the ambulances, you have fire brigade, every bloody major thing going, and everybody's going, right, you know what, we're just going to strike. You know, you get the train drivers, they always strike, all right? That's been going on for years and years and years. But now you have everybody striking because they're fed up with it.
Yeah.
Not being too political, that's how it is, isn't it? I mean, we've all got to live, and if people can't live, they start to get pissed off, and then they decide to go on a rampage, which will happen if it don't sort out one day.
Get rid of the middle managers, give their wages to the nurses who can do the job and they understand what they're doing. Yeah,
that's only just the small part of it though, Matt. I mean, I know that in hospitals they have, like, you know, obviously every department has a budget, yeah. So if you break it down, every department orders different things, right? They should have a centralized budget system, whereas everybody pays for the same thing, but it doesn't, right? I know of departments where they were paying less, as an argument, you know, for an argument's sake, for a pack of pens, yeah. One department was paying, for argument's sake, I don't know, £2 for a pack of pens, yeah. Whereas the other department were paying £1. So if it was centralised, everybody would pay the same amount. That's done. But they don't do that. So you'll have one department spending thousands on getting something cleaned, and then the other department paying a lot less or even a lot more to get their instruments cleaned because they don't have it centralised.
Yeah, but John, how can these, like, middle managers cream some money off the back of that by owning the company that's providing the services at more expensive prices? How can you do that if it was all centralized? You wouldn't be able to do that.
Of course not. But then you wouldn't need. I know that they, you know, the department I was in, without going too far into it, within the course of the 7-8 years I was there, we had at least 5 middle management come in, right? And each time they gave the speech, oh yes, it's going to be different. I'm going to change this. We're going to do that. To the extent in one meeting we had, someone said, so what you're going to do is do what everybody else has done. And they went, no, what do you mean? They went, well, you're going to stay here for about a year, then you're going to piss off. They went, oh no, that's not going to happen. What happened? They stayed for about a year, they buggered off, and then somebody else come in and said the same thing. Never changes because they just get carted around and they earn their money. And you say they are possibly creaming, don't know, but I know it happens. So yeah, you go figure. How are you going to sort that out?
I won't say what I know, but I know that stuff that is useful to the NHS gets just given away. Just like medical equipment, just gets given away. And if they don't give it away, it'll go to the skip and it'll be thrown in the rubbish. So they actually advertise, anybody want this? Anybody want this? And it's like, yeah, all right, then I'll have that. I've had some like high grade medical equipment, that was like coming out the back door of the NHS. I was expecting it to be from some sort of private individual. I turned up at a hospital and picked this shit up. Like, and I was like, what are you doing giving this stuff away? Oh, we reasons. Got too much money to waste and then just never end up using the equipment. Sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the civil service. They're all like, throw out the old computers. We need new ones. And it's like, really? Isn't there life in these old ones? And it's like, no, we need new all the time. We need the newest of the new all the time. It's like, nah, you don't really. It's just like you want to keep your budgets up and just keep the turnover so it makes it look like you're doing something. Nah, there's a lot of waste. There's a hell of a lot of waste in the NHS. I mean, look at those hospitals we went into in Bristol, and they were all the dressings were there and all these, like special medical stuff. They had colloidal silver cleaning equipment for cleaning, sterilizing rooms, and it was like, what's all this stuff doing lying behind? It's like it's a bottle of unopened cleaning solution. You know, what's it doing here? What are all these like bandages which are still within date? What are they doing here? You know?
Yeah, because they close a hospital and that's it. They don't get anybody
Walk
in
away.
to get rid of the stuff and then move it to another hospital so it can be used. You
It's
know,
just like that's gone now. We write that off. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
Sorry,
I
mate.
do-
Here we just
no, but I know
We'll just do it on
I know bandages and stuff like that sometimes have sell-by dates on for medical purposes.
These didn't though. These didn't. They were still in date. Yeah.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying there? Because I've seen it
Yeah.
before. You think, how can this go out of date? It's only a bleeding bandage.
Mm. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff like that, you know, and they don't need to be spending the money they are. Anyway, so how are you, Will? What have you been up to?
Loads of messages over my phone just then, so that I have to see what all of them were. Yeah, I have to return one or two of them, so yeah, quite important, one of them.
Tony Marshall says 6 billion on 2
LSKZ.
aircraft carriers that don't work properly, and that is in the German sense of work, as in craft work. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just caught you said then, sorry.
Strange spellings. Strange spellings.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But there we are. We've all had weird things like that happen. I mean, I couldn't get an ambulance to go to hospital when I had sepsis from kidney stones, and like I was told by a doctor, we'll get you an ambulance now because it's a very serious. I went, oh no. See, I was being a bit proud, which is why I say pride is not a good thing to have when it comes to your health. You don't have pride, you know, just be humble and just say, I need help.
That's like my mum, that.
And I was like, oh, I'll just go and take care of my dog, and then I'll go up there and all this. And then when I was at home, I was like, I was nearly passing out, and I was like, shit, maybe I do need an ambulance actually. So I rang them, and they went no. And I put in a complaint about it as well. The fact they said no, considering the fact that when I got to hospital, I basically passed out and wasn't breathing, and they had to resuscitate me. So I drove the car to the hospital because they said, we're not sending out an ambulance. Just get yourself up there. It's like, well, all right, then. We're not sending out an ambulance. Just die. It would be better. It make the statistics will be better. Just die. Just die, Mr. Williams. This is what we need. This is how we operate these days. It's just better for numbers, you know, better for the bottom line. Just die, you know. And then it's like, oh, but you didn't send out an ambulance and he died. Oh, no, we have done nothing wrong. We've done nothing wrong. That's what they said in their complaint reply. Nothing.
Yeah,
We've done nothing wrong. Nothing. We're perfect. We've done everything right.
Matt, wasn't that in the last 3 years where they just tarnished everyone who croaked it underneath the same brush? You know what I'm talking about there? The big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they weren't really bothered about people who just say, right, if they die, we'll just tarnish it with the same brush and say that's what the problem was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Everyone died of that, not the real reasons. It's just like
You know what?
everyone's dying of that now. Yeah.
The only thing which was decent during that period of time
Well, my
was that-
Urbex videos.
yeah, that's it. Our
Right.
Urbex videos now. Fuck off.
Very
No.
important videos. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, the only thing was that I actually went to A&E a few times during that period for various reasons. And because of the sanctions they had in there, whereas you could only go in there for certain things, etc., all the idiots who normally are in A&E, and yes, I'm sure you know that you get complete idiots in there,
Mhm.
just coming, oh, I've been drinking too much, I just need to go to A&E. None of them were there.
Mm.
So you actually got seen a little bit quicker than what you'd normally get. You know what I mean? That's the only thing which came out well from that.
I don't
Other
know.
than
I
that-
don't know about that. I think the traffic when it first came out, the traffic was nowhere to be seen, and the roads are great. It's back in the 90s where you're driving down the road with no traffic jams and stuff.
It was good to drive in that area. I did like it.
Yeah, I loved it, mate. Yeah.
250. You know, there's no police. It's great. Just like normal.
No, there's some people that did take the liberties, and and they got arrested for it, didn't they? And banned basically for going stupid speeds down 30-mile-an-hour roads. Where they
what I found weird is if you drove on like a dual carriageway or motorway, there was very little, and it was so weird because you're so used to that hustle and bustle of like an A road, and then you get onto it, and there was like no one. It's like shit. And the like, you know, like the greenery around you just like was really vibrant as well.
What's that word say? Can't read it. Something stroke.
Ischemic.
Ischemic, yeah.
I don't know what that word means. Sorry, I can't answer that
I know
one.
how to say it. I don't know what it means, but I can pronounce it really well.
I'm
not sure what it exactly means.
Let's have a look.
Wise woman, what's she saying? It was a stroke on his face. No, what a stroke is, it's a blood clot that travels to your brain and damages a part of your brain, stopping movement and restrictions and stuff like that. That's what actually a stroke is. But I don't know what that word is, so I can't mention that, answer that question.
Well, a stroke can be when a blood clot, when you get a blood clot on the brain as well. But the effect is the same. You either get what an ischemic stroke is lack of supply of oxygen and nutrients to the brain, and the brain dies within minutes. So when you get a blood clot that stops something coming to the brain, or when you get a blood clot on the brain, the effect is the same. It loses oxygen, so therefore you get damage. But an ischemic stroke can happen where the blood clot is not in the brain. It's just something's happened to stop oxygen getting to the brain. So an ischemic stroke, whereas
I can answer that question now. No, the actual saying a blockage at my brain, they're saying like a block. Yeah,
they're saying there's 3 types of stroke. There's an ischemic stroke, which is lack of oxygen to the brain. A hemorrhagic stroke, which is
bleeding on the brain. Yeah,
bleeding on the brain or congealing on the brain. And a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, which I ain't got a bloody clue. That's like guys who go out in the weekend with guns, in it. TIA.
I don't know, but by sound of by ruling out the other 2, I think the third one would be the one I had, just by ruling out the other 2, because it wasn't a bleed on the brain, and it wasn't somewhere else in my system. It was actually at my brain, so I assume it'll be the third one.
And did you have the jabby wabby? No, you didn't, did you? I don't think. No. So it wasn't because of that, because a lot of people have had that because of that. The wibbly wibbly. Yeah. Daniel, look, he's got 2 heads. Look, he's like
Daniel
Zaphod Beeblebrox. Zaphod.
Oh, good old 42.
Check that one out, Mr.
He is actually. Dr. John Campbell is very good. But the funny thing is, my father used to say, I watched Dr. John Campbell. He's really amazing. He's really amazing. And like, I'm watching him about all the stuff to do with, the vaccinations and the COVID and all this. And when I said to him, have you watched him recently, Dad? He's telling you now why the vaccinations were, and why a lot of what the government put out was, And he's now saying that. And he goes, I haven't watched him for a while. I'm watching for a while. I'm like, I told you. I said, I'm not a scientist, Dad. I'm just a bloody loony, really, But I did say to you, you watch how this pans out. You watch how this pans out. And now, the very man he was watching to kind of go with the government line is going, I was wrong. He actually apologized. He said, I was wrong. I'm sorry, but I was listening to what I was being told. Now the data has changed. I'm really sorry. Yeah.
So he's retracted what he was saying about it all at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. And now he's
Well, at least
talking about...
at least he had the nuts to turn around and go, yep, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's also said that there was evidence that there were certain types of remedies as well that you could have been giving people to help them get through it quicker. But the government was like, no, the only way to help is to take a vaccine. Zekiel, you know, it is the only way.
Cool, mate.
And
Excellent.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice to see you, bro.
Definitely demonetized now. Yeah. Ivor and his friend, Mr. Mectin. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the one. I didn't want to demonetize him even further. He's going to be demonetized into a pit that will take years to come out of the demonetization pit. I'm in that pit, actually.
Mr. Ivor Mectin.
Yeah. Ivor and his friend, Mr. Mectin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to fool the algorithm somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see you, Will. I'm glad that you're okay and recovering well.
Yeah. Thanks.
Are you planning to go out any explores, or have you knocked it for a little while?
Well,
Yeah,
I've
been out.
been out, yeah.
That one you put up as a little teaser, is that you recent?
That's quite recent, that one, yeah.
Oh, cool. Good.
Yeah. What do you think of that one? That teaser trailer?
I can't wait.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I say, there's no graffiti in there, nothing in there. And I'm really surprised, you know what I mean? Of it just being how it was. We found loads of little bits and bobs. Let's try and get some pictures up.
Yeah, it's surprising what you see when you're in tunnels and shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Just give
And it
me a
matters.
second.
Mam Nan says to you, Will, she says, my husband almost died with a heart attack and the doctor says it was nothing to worry about. Well, all I can say to that one, not speaking for Will, all I can say to that is I hope your doctor gave your husband some nice skin cream with that aloe vera, right? It's very good. I hope he prescribed it. Aloe vera skin cream. That'll help. Yeah, off you trot. Go on, off you go.
Yeah. I don't know why doctors say stuff like that because obviously, you know what I mean? They should know better.
Yeah, it does depend on what doctor you see. I mean, I've seen a few crap ones in my time, but then majority are pretty good.
Yeah. Right, let's see what we can get here.
Glasgow Day says, "How old am I, Matt? How old does Urban Legend and John Bengal think I am? They probably know."
Yeah, Matt. I'd say roughly about 57.
Fuck off! Sorry, you fucking
53.
53.
Yeah.
51. Bitches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's not split hairs over 2 years.
No, it's definitely 57. Definitely 57.
I was going to say you're collecting your pension, but I thought better not.
Maybe I should say I'm 57 then. We'd be a bit closer to collecting it then.
I'll do share screen on this now. Percent is it? Also, what's happened with my computer? They bleeding updated it to Windows 11, didn't they?
No, you must have allowed that. You went, that sounds good.
I didn't want to, but it did.
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on. Right, that's how you do it. Yeah, they changed a bit of bits and bobs. Can you see this? What can you see on the screen now?
Yeah.
Can you see WhatsApp sort of thing on it?
Yeah. See
now.
everyone's number. Money joking.
There's
so
some
you could-
pictures of the place.
Yeah. He's zoomed in as well. Look, this is high tech, folks. He's using a zooming function rather than clicking on the photos.
That looks like it's some sort of cog off a clock or some sort of mechanism.
It could be the Akathera clock. It could be an ancient system to work out star positions. Which
I can't believe you even said that.
Akathera clock, which ancient man was not supposed to have. You know, they couldn't have this technology, but apparently they did know how to work out the stars with the is it the Akathera clock or something?
Yeah,
like
with
that?
all them that thing with all them cogs in it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, found at the bottom of the sea, and yeah.
That thing you can see in the middle of
encased in stone.
That thing there you can see in the middle of the screen, the top part, it's like a mini milk churn thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, like a lantern, but slightly different, if you know what I mean.
Is this all stuff in a underground waterway or something?
It's that place they found. No, where it's showing you the clip where we was looking through the boreholes, and you said, "Oh, that looks interesting."
Oh yeah, so you managed to get in there, do you?
Yeah, managed to get in there now.
Bloody hell! Yeah, you sent the camera in and sort of like had a little look around, and then yeah.
Should be some more buses videos coming as well. I've got a few bus videos for people who like bus videos. I'm so glad you like it. That video where I just jumped on the bus. I've just seen it there going past the old bus. So curiosity got better me. I walked up to it and seen people going on. And so I just walked on and didn't ask for a ticket, didn't know what I mean, or nothing. Didn't know where it took us. And it took us down to the Transport Museum in Cheetham Hill.
Nice.
No, the bus museum. And basically go to do a full tour of that. I've got a video that I need to sort out on that. Full tour of that as well. Yeah, it's pretty good. And
You've got to be careful. You've got to be careful getting on buses like that, mate. Old buses coming down the street, you get on them and then you get off, and it'd be all like, you know, kids like, you know, it'd be the Gorbals and kids with matchstick men and matchstick cats and dogs, and they're like, you'd be stuck in the 1920s then. You'd be going, I'm from the future. I remember when we had mobile phones, you'd be going, stick him in a mental asylum. And you'd be like, no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know, you should be careful getting on those old buses. Yeah.
What was that program called? Is it Good Night Sweetheart or something? Him out of Fools and Horses that used to
yeah, Good Night Sweetheart with what's his name? Yeah, tall guy, isn't it? Not David Jason, the other one.
Yeah.
That was good, that was.
It was, I enjoyed that. Like you say, Matt, it was something like that. But instead of on a bus, you just walk down the street or a back alley and it just threw him in the past. And then he had to solve, or he got into relationships with a woman and had to solve different things, and it was crimes or something. It was quite good, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's amazing how nobody can remember his name apart from David Jason. Rodney.
Nicholas Lyndhurst, they are.
Rodney.
Nicholas Lyndhurst.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone knows him as Rodney, don't they?
Rodney.
Dave.
Oh, Melissa.
Gary. Remember Gary? Gary? Yeah, it's funny, them Fools and Horses. But it's in that time where they couldn't get away with the sense of humour. These days, you won't be able to get away with stuff like that because, yeah, it's all too PC. Not allowed to say boo or nothing.
No, because you have you won't be allowed to swear. There'd be too many white people, or not enough black people, or or the no transgenders or anything like that. That's what happened.
Yeah.
They just take it off the air. No, you can't have that. Sorry.
Who'd say
I
he was
don't think-
going there, Matt? Did you say?
Do they repeat "Love Thy Neighbor" anymore?
Well, apparently on some channel somewhere, I'm not sure which one, they're replaying Alf Garnett.
Yeah, I've seen that on normal TV. Not on normal TV, but on Digibox TV when we were out to my mates, because I don't pay for the TV license, like, you know.
Yeah, my mate said this, and he said that it was on. I went, you what? Are you serious?
Did you know they're making a new Faulty Towers?
Yeah.
And it's being written by John Cleese, although his co-writer who starred in it with him, what was her name? I can't remember her name now. But anyway, the BBC, he said, no, I'm not allowing it on the BBC because of the shit they pulled on me and just slagging me off. They're not having it. So it's going to be on some alternative channel. And then all the newspapers have said, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to be racist. He said, they haven't even seen it yet. He said, but he was asked, would it be a great opportunity to attack the woke crowd? And he went, well, we'll just have to wait and see. And it's just like, oh, I think it's going to be fucking ruthless. Sorry. It's going to be,
It's
going to be ruthless. It's going to be ruthless because he's been cancelled by the woke crowd, and it's going to be like, oh, we're going to just make a TV program, and guess who the people are going to be? It's not going to be the Nazis turning up or the Germans, or like it's going to be like, oh, are you a Nazi? Like German people. It's going to be the woke crowd turning up, isn't it? It's going to be the transvestites and the woke brigade are going to turn up to the hotel, and they're going to get like both barrels, boom, 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 by Mr. Insensitive.
Good night, Melissa.
Oh, it's going to be brilliant. Prunella Scales, that's right. Thank you. Yeah,
that's the whole thing, though, isn't it? It's comedy. It's not particularly, saying you're wrong, I'm right. It is comedy. You make comedy out of observations, don't you? I mean,
yeah. Talking to the BBC, I've doing a video on them as well, so that's just another little tease I'm dropping out there. Just drop a hint.
I saw a clip of what was it? Oh, sorry, Will.
I've possibly been working with them, but they've like the BBC always do. They bend you over and do you a good time. So yeah, I'm going to do a little video against them or on them, and yeah, get me on back.
The thing with comedy is that the comedy, the like ridiculous laughs sometimes come from pain. It's pain, and it's not necessarily that you're trying to promote like anti-gay, anti-woke, anti-this, anti-that. What you're doing is you're showing a character who is like that, and how painful it is because they're like that, and the laughs come from seeing the pain of how somebody is so, like not with the future, not with how things are now, living in the past. So the thing is, Basil Fawlty, with all his faults, he's the fall guy. You're laughing because of how silly he is and how stupid he is. But the sympathy is really with the Germans who are being mistreated, and as it will be in the new series, it'll be like the woke brigade who are getting mistreated, and it's like, because Basil Fawlty doesn't understand, that's why it's funny, because Basil Fawlty doesn't understand. The audience understands, the woke brigade understand, but the thing is, the woke brigade just play it like you can't talk about it and you can't make fun of it, but the thing is, it's like with Love Thy Neighbor, which was a series about a black couple who moved into a race next to a racist couple's houses, and he was going like, no black people here, but he couldn't help but like them, so the fun came out of it, because it was like he couldn't help but like this black couple, even though he wanted deep in his heart, he knew he instinctively should hate them, but actually they were nice people. So therefore the comedy element is the pain. It's the
Love Thy
pain of-
Neighbour you're talking about there.
yeah.
Yeah.
The pain and the funny, awkward situations. It's like, oh my God. And it's like, you laugh because it's like, did he just say that? Oh my God. It's like, the thing is, I don't think everyone thinks Basil Fawlty is a brilliant guy because he was acting racist and doing things that were obnoxious. It's because we think he's probably wrong. But the thing is, the woke brigade will say, you can't talk about that. You can't put that in a new comedy series because you'll be laughing about woke. And it's like, that's what's funny. What it will do is educate people to what's not good to do with people who are transgender. That's what it'll actually do. It'll be making fun out of it. It'll be making fun out of the failures you have, as well as the failures the old generation have. It'll be making fun of both sides.
Yeah.
That's what's funny. That's why it's funny, because that's what people with no sense of humor. If you can't allow somebody to take the piss out of you, you're just doomed, really, aren't you? Because you're just living in your own bubble.
People take it too
nobody
personal.
can say anything. I'm in my bubble. Nobody can say anything to me. It's like, no, you have to be realistic.
That's
Yeah,
like
people take it too personal, don't they, at times? Know what I mean? And don't take it as a joke.
that's why Little Britain was so funny, because like they take characters and they take it to the max. The absolute utter stupidity of, and you can relate because there's people like that in the world. They're not necessarily taking the piss out of everybody. It's just a specific specific people who are like that. So they're taking a character, bringing them to the utmost stupidity, and then ripping the crap out of them. That's what makes it like. That's the one they do? Is it Bubbles? The big fat woman, or I can't say fat, but enlarged woman, but at the spa, always sort of going, oh yes, but there's people like that.
This woman of reasonable but perfectly normal size. I think John,
who likes to get her whammers out. Yeah.
The first time I sort of came across racism, it wasn't how you'd think. It was like, have you ever heard of the saying, "Oh, you cheeky monkey"? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum used to say that to me and my mates all the time. I had one of my mates around at one time and he said something. So my mum just turned around and said, "Oh, you cheeky monkey." He stood up and ran home like mad. And apparently his mum's told him if anyone says anything like that, it's racist. But it was drilled into him it was racist if anyone says that. It wasn't drilled into him. It's culture. It's just a matter of a figure of speech where she made it, the parent made it a lot worse by turning it into something racist. This is back in the 80s. I didn't even have a clue. I was with my mate. He ran off. Never seen my mate again. We weren't allowed to hang around with him again because his mum wouldn't let him come and hang around with us because she said we was racist when obviously it was a term of speech and they took it the wrong way. But what happened there is because the mother drilled it into him that it's this way. If anyone says this, it's racist, it's bad. And then that my mate at the time will think that's normal to him.
Yeah.
And when he grows up, he'll pass that on down to his kids. And then it gets out like a race war. There's no need for that. You know what I mean? It's people's culture that gets lost.
Yeah,
like this country. Like this country, people come to this country from different places, and they just don't don't respect the country or the country's the way of doing things. Like I'm in the shop at a supermarket, queuing up. You get other people that aren't from this country just going straight to the queue and trying to walk in front of you. Don't they understand there's a culture and this is how we do it? You know what I mean? It's common sense.
I had that the other day.
Are they too special to do what everyone else does? I don't understand.
I had that the other day. Like it was a foreign family, but like I literally, they said, Q3 is opening, you know, so I went to walk across, and she was like, I could walk quicker than you, so I'm in front of you. And she just literally just walked in front of me. She was like, I'm in front of you now. So I just went, okay.
Yeah,
Sat there, and it's just
but
like
like
and
saying
her daughter said, Mum, that's not right, and made her mum come back round because she was her daughter was embarrassed because it was like, well, hang on, I've walked over there, and the mum's just gone, no, I'm first. It's like,
yeah,
okay, but
at
you know,
least
like she
it sounds
literally
like the
came
daughter's got
behind the
more
queue.
sense.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she came behind me in the queue. I don't know, it's just crap in it, but
yeah, but like I say, back in the 80s when that happened, it was a figure of speech. I commonly used term, "Oh, you cheeky monkey." Know what I mean? Back in the day,
yeah, but monkeys are
and how
cheeky.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Monkeys
That's
are
where,
cheeky. They nick things off you, and they're very clever.
yeah,
You know what I
how
mean?
the
that's where
mother,
it comes from.
how the mother of that my friend programmed its racist into him. I didn't even know what racist was. Know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, that's the first time I had racist anything against anything to do with racism, and it weren't against them. It was against us for being white or being cultural and using a cultural speech. Know what I mean? And fair enough, it might get mistranslated at times where people come from different countries, but you've got to like if I go to a different country, I sort of look after and I try to abide by their rules and regulations. Know what I mean? They're following their culture. Know what I mean? Don't go to go there and say, right, there's no chippies here. This is no good. No,
I
know
always
what I mean?
remember
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying there?
I sat down in front of a computer in a computer class, yeah, and somebody came up to me and went, get out of my chair, and I was like, it's not your chair. What are you on about? And he was a half caste kid, which is probably racist. I don't know. You're allowed to say half caste now, like
You're not
mixed
allowed
race,
now. You got to say mixed race.
whatever.
That's what the
Fucking,
term is.
it was a fucking tandoori and Chinese, Chinese meal mixed together.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever. But anyway, he came up to me and he said, "Get out of my seat." And I went, "What are you on about?" And he said, "Fucking get out of my seat." And I went, "Piss off! I was here first. Like, I mean, everyone just sits wherever they're gonna go. Like, you know, I was here first." And he said, "Sir, he just called me a N-word." And he was believed because, you know, he's believed because that carries some weight, you know, like for somebody to say something like that, well, there must be some weight to it. And I was kicked out of that class and I had to stand outside the bloody class for the day. And, you know, therefore, you know, people say like, oh, you know, oh, these poor minorities are sort of treated so badly, up until the point where they actually abuse that trust of like, you know, no racism. And it ends up earning them fucking brownie points, like getting into jobs when they haven't got the skills, or
Yeah,
getting somebody out
I,
of a seat by accusing them
I've
of
had
being a
that card
racist.
thrown at me as well, where they said I'm being a racist when I haven't against the police and stuff. You know what I mean? Not in school, but I was like, what? The kids in here, they heard what I said. They heard that we weren't racist. You know what I mean? Not being funny or anything, but the kids have got like family that aren't the same colour as my kids. Know what I mean? So how could I slag or say that in front of my kids without slagging their family off? I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But because they only see it's a white family and kids or like kids, don't mean they ain't got relations with darker families or whatever. Know what I mean? And turning around saying he's saying this and saying that. Whoa, you're saying that? I mean, in front of my kids, and I'm supposed to be saying this. No, that's wrong. And they took my kids off me through that, basically, in a way. I just find it outrageous. Don't want to go any further down that route, but I've been in touch with my kids ever since. But getting the card thrown at you like that, and yeah, it's totally wrong.
Yeah, but this is it. See, I mean, this is where, I mean, a lot of these, you know, immigrants
PC.
at the moment.
That's where the PC's gone out of the window, like you say before.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
immigrants are jumping up and down saying, we have rights, we have rights. But, you know, like, what about the rights of the people who want houses that can't get them because they're building houses for immigrants? But like people who pay the taxes for all of this can't get a house because immigrants come first. Now, there's when you flip it on its head, it's like, no, they're more important. And it's like I watched an interview with a debate between Stephen Fry and Jordan Peterson, and
Yeah.
there was a pastor, and basically the pastor just said, "You white people with all your white privilege, you know, you're evil and you're nasty. You're inherent in your core is nasty." And like Jordan Peterson was like, "What have I ever done to you? Why can you say that about me? I've never done anything to you. You're saying I'm inherently evil to my core because I'm white." Now, the thing is, if Jordan Peterson had stood up there going, you know what? Black people are inherently evil in their core, that would have been the end of Jordan Peterson. But it was all right for a black bloke to stand up and say that about white people. This is where there's a stupid fucking woke divide. Sorry, bad language. There's a
No,
stupid
but you're
woke
right there.
divide, you know.
Because I've got, like, say, loads of different coloured friends and stuff, and really good friends. I can go up to them today and give them a big hug and whatever, or a kiss, or, you know what I mean? They won't say anything. And they'll leave it when they see this, they won't say out because they know it's not right. Just a minority of people of any colour, white, black, chink, Chinese, or yellow, or pink, or whatever.
Slant.
Yeah? Know what I mean?
Go for it. Go for it.
There's
Yeah.
a majority of them that are nasty and awful people that do slag other people off and different races off. But that's only a majority. Most of the people are out there, all the other races and racist, not racist, but racist. Majority of them are just like ourselves. Get on with everyone and not start trouble. And yeah, I just want to say on that, I think, like you say, I think the comedy these days and the PC, it's gone right out the window. There's no common sense these days. Life's too short. Let's all just get together and help each other and love each other. There's no point in causing crap and causing rubbish. You know what I mean? Life's too short for all that. So
yeah, people don't like people who jump on the bandwagon and sort of go, oh, you're like Matt was saying, oh, you're obviously racist because you got a white privilege. Well, do you know what white privilege is? Do you know this? And most of the time, no, or they come up with some fangled idea because they haven't looked into it. They haven't realised what it actually is. For ignorance, they can't be bothered to look it up or can't be bothered to sort of understand the underlying factors of it. So it's everywhere, and it doesn't matter what race you are, creed, colour, etc. There's racism everywhere because people are not bothered to look up other people's history. You know,
that's it. If they don't look after people's culture, the history gets lost. And like, I can speak about England because I lived in England all my life, basically. I remember being in the 80s. Well, I was born in the 70s, 80s, 90s. We used to know our neighbours. Every single neighbour on the street, we knew every single neighbour. And in the 2000s, it all started to change, and the government started, the council started moving people out of this area over to different areas away from where they have had families and mixing communities with everyone. And then, like I say, the culture is not there to for them to bond with each other, and the culture gets lost. And then you don't get to know your neighbours because they're doing their thing, you're doing your thing. You know what I mean? There's no culture there no more. You don't get to know your neighbours. There's friction and
it's
stuff
like
that.
As an example, like people they're talking about slaves and everything else, like, and obviously in this day and age, slavery is wrong. and wouldn't condone it. But when the people were knocking down all these statues because of slavery and all this, he was a slave master and all that. Well, if you look back as to why people were slaves, it wasn't because they were captured and then told to do this. A lot of the time they lived with the person, they were fed, they were clothed, because they would have had nowhere to go. They would have actually been outcasts. So they were like servants or whatever within the household, etc. And even going back Egyptian times, there were slaves because of the same reason. They would have no money, no food, no nothing. So they worked. Okay, they were called slaves and they weren't paid much, but they were classed as citizens because they were working.
Well, hang on. Aren't we the British people slaves? Because we're all subjects. And the Queen has a responsibility to look after her subjects. So it's like, she has to feed us and make sure that we're taken care of. That is written into our, unwritten constitution. It's like, that's what subjects are. Subjects are subject to being ruled.
And what do we do to be a subject? What do we have to do? We have to work.
Yeah, to pay taxes, like you say.
Yeah.
And like I say, I want to stay Switzerland. Is it Switzerland? Sweden. I want to stay Sweden, me, and not going into politics on this show, but we've drifted there now. But thank God.
So let's just do it then. Let's just do it. Come on, then.
Thank God it's 2 hours now. The 2 hours is gone, so it's going to end the live stream. And
no, you've got at least another 30 minutes. Come on now.
People are asking in the chat whether you're doing a live stream after this, Matt. So there was. So
I don't know. I've been editing today, and I think I deserve to watch like a few episodes of series that I'm trying to finish up on. If I go live, I'm just going to be like, oh, and I'm going to be on for like 4 or 5 hours. I'm not going to get up till like lunchtime tomorrow. So editing is going to get thrown out. Yeah.
Well, there's your answer, then. So you're not going to live, okay? Because you don't have to and stuff like that.
It's all right. Urban Legend's going to do a 4-hour live stream, so it's all right. Yeah. He's coming back. He's trying to prove to you that he's still got it. Look, he's going to do a 4-hour live stream.
I don't think I'll be doing a live stream next week. I think I'll do one every other week at the moment and get up from there because I've got appointments and stuff to do. So just while I get stuff sorted.
Your phone hasn't rung. Where's your phone hasn't rung?
It has.
Why?
It's kicked off a few times. Not rang, but it's kicked off a few times.
Your mum normally rings you at 11 o'clock religiously. She's going to be off with you. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've got loads of messages still. Look, all popping up on my screen all over. Yeah. So thanks very much for everyone joining on my first live stream.
No, politics. You just said you're going to get into politics, right? Come on. Find a way to keep him on, folks. Find a way. Latch him. Hook him in. Hook.
I don't know.
Right.
What a terrible, awful man he was.
Well, bollocks to you then, right? I'll just be like this from now on then. Right. Yeah, you can't see me now. Right. Sorry. Switzerland, politics. Yes, them damn Swiss people, the Switzers. The Schwitzers. The Schwitzer niggers.
I don't know. I think he's had too many
Schwarzenegger, sorry.
Vapes.
Sorry.
Yeah. So thank you everyone.
Slip of the tongue. Sorry.
Like I say, I'll do a live stream. I've hit 2,000 subs. I'll do a special live stream in about a month or so where I've got everything organised and start giving stuff away on the a quiz. You got to win it in it. You got to be in it to win it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, thanks very much for all the nice comments and support while I've not been well. And yeah, thank you very much.
No
Good night.
politics.
Good night for me.
What were you going to say about Switzerland? You left everyone in the lurch, Will. They were literally they were like, he said, I can't go into politics tonight, but anyway, Switzerland, and then you're just like a big shutter. It's like, shump.
Oh,
Like,
is that what you're trying to say, Matt? No.
The shutters come down.
What I meant is not Switzerland, Sweden. I'm Sweden now, where being neutral. That's what I meant.
No,
That's Norway.
No,
Norway.
Well, Switzerland. Switzerland is supposed to be neutral.
Right, Switzerland. That's what I meant. I'm Switzerland.
They got lots of bunkers. There's
Switzerland.
437,000 bunkers. Yeah, in Switzerland.
Oh, Tom's just poked his nose in. Hello, Tom.
So you're meant to be neutral. That was it.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Or meant by it.
You're going to tell. So hang on a minute, right? Let me just check. No, I'm not taking the piss here, but it's like, hang on. So I'm taking the piss, but in a subtle way, right? You said I'm not going to get political here, but I'm going to be like Switzerland, neutral.
Yeah, stay neutral.
That's not political, then, is it? If you're neutral, so
exactly.
Get political then, right? What's it like? What's it like where you live then? around the corner from where you live.
Oh, I can't even do this. Can't even get a countdown with a clock. So never mind. Right.
Anyway,
I'm going. I'm not staying on here no more.
No,
been long enough.
Why?
Bye.
Why do you have to go? Why?
To keep
justify it.
Once. That's why they want me more.
Oh, they're gagging for more. Oh, Jesus. Why about make him gag now?
No, they just have to tune in next time, Matt.
Jesus. What are they saying in the chat? They said, look.
Night. They're all saying night and laughing and stuff.
Tracy Jackson said, you must stay on, otherwise I'm unsubscribing. Barry Little said, no, I can't believe you're ending this now. Half an hour says, literally, I am going to kill myself if you commit if you stop the stream now. Oh, you can't do that. That's just terrible.
Who said that?
Half an hour. Exploring Brady said, I will be up all night, so why don't you stay on with me? There you go. They're all literally, yeah. Steve Arlen said, yeah, I'm getting hard. He said, see, so there we are.
Brady, if you want to come up and take my place, you can do.
Yeah. Mitch
I'm going
Seymour
to
says
for a few minutes.
There we go. That's it. That's all you need to do is you just need to go and take a pee, come back.
Well,
you'll
it's
be
not like
fully refreshed.
my neck's really aching like mad, like I said.
Oh, mate, just talk to us like this. Just give yourself a massage. just sort it out. Oh,
yeah, I know everyone's missed us, and but I've got to look after myself, like you say.
Oh, look after myself. Look, Urban Legend has just put. He's bored with us. He's literally bored with us, right? Especially me, probably.
Put the link up for Brady.
He's put a link up, so like if somebody comes on now, they could save the day. So you could literally extend this at least 22 minutes longer till half an hour. Sorry. Anyway, right. So, what have you got coming up then, Will? See, this is like a lure. He can't not answer that, can he?
What's Johnny saying there? Please don't go.
Ching.
Please don't go.
Yeah.
I love you so.
Yeah.
No more singing for me. That's it. That's probably all you'll hear ever.
Will, have you got any more fireworks? Because some of the people were saying in the chat they'd love to see you you go boom boom. So
boom.
Yeah. Oh, look, yeah, there we go. Right. See, get the hooks in. Oh my God! Yeah, come on, Em.
Only one or two, Matt. Maybe.
Can you do a double boom boom? Boom boom.
Double
I
boom,
want you in
boom.
my room.
Boom boom.
Yeah. Boom 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 boom. I want you in my room.
Hello.
July.
Here we go. Half an hour. Yes. Get them hooks in, baby.
Oh, Brady. Oh, Brady.
Welcome in, Brady. Yeah, you can take my place. Cheers.
Look, Dinkum has just delivered you $7.99 Australian dollars, which is worth about 17 pence in UK money. So there you go. It's fantastic. You have to look.
I know.
He's there. We are. He's gonna set some fireworks off now. Brady, how are you
Hello.
shagging?
Who am I shagging?
How are you shagging?
How am I shagging? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You look like an Ewok. Yeah,
Just see if I can get this right.
with your beard and your funny eyes, like this.
Funny eyes.
Oh,
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry. Boom, boom. Oh, fucking hell, you look like bloody Obi-Wan now.
Sorry.
Obi-Wan.
Jesus Christ. Where's this Ewok come from? Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on. There we
be
go.
better
I
if
get
it-
my
that.
I get my where is it? I get my
Luke. Luke.
I am your
Ah, Tracer. Tracy's done one now. as well.
Luke, I'm your mother's, sister's, brother's, cousin's roommate's dog once removed.
I've got the sign. Sign.
Oh, Luke. I look like Darth Vader, doesn't I? It's like after he got decapitated.
You need your helmet.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Will.
Yeah. It is just a dressing gown, but I am trying. I'm trying really hard.
Use the fall.
Getting a bit warm, this one.
Bit toasty, that mate.
Yeah.
Well, hello everyone.
Excellent. Thanks for everyone who's donated and all that. Cheers. £7 yet two. Then there was £2. Oh, that's why it's three of them all going at once.
£70 teas.
£70 teas.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever it was.
799 teas.
$7
Yeah.
Australian dollars it was.
That's the one.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh,
Use the force.
Luke. Luke. Luke.
make fun of my gender, you not.
Luke. Luke. Where are you?
Two
I'm over
genders is very boring. This is an Earth thing.
Mm.
You will bring the princess to me.
On my planet, it requires five people to procreate to create one baby. You need five different eggs and 4 different sperm. Otherwise, it will not be viable.
What wizardry is this?
What wizardry? You shall not pass.
It is worm technology. Worm stuff.
Worm.
Worm.
We are like slugs. We're like slugs from madness.
I sense
Slugs.
much force
We're
in
like
you.
slugs. We're like slugs from a band called Madness. Right? We literally can change sex. We can change sex depending on whichever television interview program we're on. Yes, that's how we change sex, by the television programs we are interviewed on. Yeah.
Hang on.
I look like an old crone, though, don't I? It's like, oh, you are lovely. I love you. You're lovely. come here and give me a big kiss on the cheek.
Oh, go ahead then. Oh,
Mwah.
I have the wizard sleeve. I have the wizard sleeve. I have proper wizard sleeve. Yeah. I have wizard sleeve. It is like this. Like this. And when the wizard sleeve is not good enough, it would like come out in the flashlight.
wizard sleep.
Yeah. When a wizard sleeve is just not good enough.
That's fair, isn't it? Oh,
Tipping beer down myself, yeah. Oh dear. Where's Will? Will's probably getting
my helmet is just being shined.
Oh, is it as good as mine? Oh, look at that.
Shine your helmet, you shall.
Wear the helmet yourself.
It is. Oh.
Slightly receding, ma'am.
Suppose I better put this helmet back properly.
Rather big helmet you got there, mate.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I've just had it shined.
You had it polished, did you?
Yes.
Did you use the
Oh, it's come off. I don't know how to put it back on. Oh no.
I think Will's on the phone. I told you, didn't I? I told you.
Yeah, the
Fucking
Rocky
told
Horror
you.
Show now.
He's having a panic attack. Once that phone call's over, he'd be on till like fucking midnight. Because after the show, we're at least on for half an hour. So it's like this is what my bone of contention has always been. If you're going to stay on with us for an hour after the show, and we're having great conversations and laughs, then you should just stay on. Stay on. He doesn't need to ring his mum. His mum is watching this. She's very embarrassed, probably.
Oh, it's got batteries in this. I didn't know that.
Does it vibrate?
No, I reckon it does. Oh, I have to find some batteries now. Oh, I hope it does.
He'll have a big smile on his face in a minute.
Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
I want to end the room.
I don't know what she says after that, though. It's like, what's the lyrics? It's like, boom, boom, I want you in my
Boom,
room.
boom, boom, boom. I want you in my womb.